Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English News Broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Han Barhat. Let's first look at the top stories that are making headlines today. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Female school enrollment increases by 33% in Buea. Death toll from the sinking of cargo ship rose 80 to 83 in Madagascar. Life expectancy in 2020 fell by a deep degree in US. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 12 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at quarantine centers and testing stations in the Central, Southern, Northern Red Sea, and Southern Red Sea regions. Out of these, eight patients are from Quarantine Center 1 and testing stations in 7 in Asmara, Central region. 2 patients are from testing stations in Mendefera 1 and Maidima 1, Southern region. 1 patient is from testing station in Ginda, Northern Red Sea region. The last patient is from testing station in Asab, Southern Red Sea region. On the other hand, 60 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Central 6 and Southern 10 regions have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. Sadly, 85 and 75 years old patients from the Central region have passed away due to the pandemic. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 7,609, while the number of deaths has risen to 72. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 7,829. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 23 December 2021. Female students' school enrollment in Buea, administrative area Galalo subzone, has increased by 33% during the 2021-2022 academic year, report indicates, stating female enrollment in elementary education is 50% and 29% at junior level. Mr. Adam Mohammed Omer, head teacher of Buea School, said that compared to that the last year that the enrollment has increased by 8.5%. Thanks to the deployment of new teachers, the number of teachers in the administrative area has increased by 35%, Mr. Adam added. He further stated that the progress registered so far is the outcome of the awareness raised on the society and that is significantly contributing in the teaching and learning process. Mr. Adam Mohammed Umar finally called for the establishment of a secondary school in Buea administrative area as the number of students increasing both in the elementary and junior schools. The National Military Band graduated today, 23 December. 52 members of the National Band, including 17 females, who have been attending 2 years training in music. Speaking at the graduation ceremony, the commander of the military band, Lieutenant Colonel Miemana Abai, stated that the theoretical and practical training was part of the effort to upgrade the capacity of the youth and commended the interest the trainees demonstrated during the training program. The commander of the Eritrean Defense Forces Training Center, Brigadier General Abraham Andom, on his part, congratulating the trainees for successfully completing their training program, called for upgrading their skills through practice and reading. The trainees, on their part, commending for the opportunity they were provided, expressed readiness to upgrade their competence through practice. We will be back with international news. Stay tuned. The death toll from the sinking of a cargo ship off the coast of northeastern Madagascar rose to 83 on Wednesday as bad weather ended the search for 5 missing passengers, the Maritime Agency said. Director of Operations at the Maritime and River Port Agency said that the ship, which was not authorized to take passengers, was overloaded and water flooded the engine before it sank on Monday. 50 survivors have been found, APMF said. The search for the 5 remaining missing passengers would resume on Thursday. One of the search helicopters carrying the general crashed at the sea late on Monday and was found alive Tuesday morning after 12 hours, during which time he used the pilot's seat as a float. Fishermen eventually found him early in the morning after he called for help. Another passenger from the helicopter, a mechanic, was also found alive. 2 other passengers were unaccounted for. The Ministry of National Defense praised in a statement in the work of the soldiers of the field during rescue operations. Life expectancy in the U.S. in 2020 fell by a deep degree, never seen at least since World War II, and COVID-19 was the third-ranking cause of death, according to final data released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Wednesday. Mortality data released by the National Center for Health Statistics calculated the life expectancy in 2020 at 77 years, a 1.8-year decrease from 2019, and the biggest decline in more than 75 years. For men, life expectancy decreased 2.1 years from 76.3 in 2019 to 74.2 in 2020, while life expectancy among women dipped 1.5 years from 81.4 in 2019 to 79.9 in 2020, the data showed. COVID-19 ranked as the nation's third leading cause of deaths last year, behind heart disease and cancer, was relevant to about 351,000 deaths in 2020, the figures showed. The data from Johns Hopkins University showed COVID-19 cases in the United States have surpassed 51 million, with the death toll topping 810,000. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Female school enrollment increases by 33% in Buea. Death toll from the sinking of a cargo ship rose to 83 in Madagascar. Life expectancy in 2020 fell by a deep degree in US. That was all for today's news. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.